the judge is allowing him to surrender to federal prison at a later date. So he's going to have to wait to learn when that is, and he's also going to have to wait to learn the ruling on restitution in this case. Jaisal Correa, the former mayor of Fall River, leaves federal court this afternoon, now knowing he will likely spend more time in prison than he did in the mayor's office. Judge Douglas Woodlock today sentenced Correa to 72 months, 6 years of incarceration.
The penalty that he's facing, going to federal prison, that's going to happen. It's probably going to happen in the next 8 or so weeks. The judge all but indicated that he is not going to grant a stay of execution of the sentence. So by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, there's a pretty good expectation that Jaisal Correa will be in federal prison somewhere.
A jury convicted Correa in May of wire fraud, filing false tax returns and extortion charges for defrauding investors in his company and demanding bribes from marijuana companies that wanted to do business in Fall River. Yesterday, Judge Woodlock indicated that he would likely overturn 8 of the 21 counts Correa was convicted on. But that seems to have had little impact on the sentence, which the judge handed down after delivering a scathing rebuke, saying Correa showed, quote, an absolute lack of remorse. The judge asked rhetorically, if we can't trust each other, if we can't trust our government, where are we?
Would you like to make a statement?
Correa declined to address the court or the media based on the advice of his legal team. Late this afternoon, the acting U.S. attorney for Massachusetts wrote this reaction. Jaisal Correa was a corrupt and deceitful politician who could only be stopped by federal prosecution. Now he is a felon and will be a federal inmate. And the defense team has already started working on an appeal. Tonight, it is unclear if prosecutors will seek to have those overturned counts reinstated. Reporting live at federal court in South Boston, Todd Kiskiewicz, WCVB News Center 5.
Todd, thank you. We have been following the trouble for Mayor Correa for a while, back to October of 2018 to be exact. That's when he was first arrested on federal charges, including wire and tax fraud. That led to a vote of no confidence by city council members that November. Correa was asked to resign. When he refused to resign, that resulted in a recall election in March of 2019. The embattled mayor survived. He stayed in office. But by September of 2019, he was facing more charges, accused of conspiring to extort hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes from marijuana companies. And this May, he was convicted of 21 of 24 federal corruption charges against him. Some of those charges dropped yesterday. Now he has been sentenced to 6 years, but as Todd just said, his sentence could be delayed pending appeal.